Good morning, everyone. I hope your week is going well and you're getting your jobs done and you're all fit and healthy and raring to go. Spring is on its way. It's lovely. The daffodils are out.
They are
out, yeah.
And I'm back on the box.
Yeah, you're on your energised box. That's it. You'll have a little lick of that before you go home. I keep you going.
I know.
It's very good pre and post lambing.
To make your hair grow. So I don't need that.
Aren't the hairdressers opening? I've just seen a little clip on the
Are
telly.
they? Oh, that is good news.
There was pictures of salons and girls looking very pleased.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, getting their roots done because it's a very important part of the...
Have you got your roots done?
Yes, you can see how...
Yeah.
Yeah, they're looking good, aren't they?
Oh, awesome. And how have you been?
Very, very, very busy. Really, really, really busy. So done some marketing last week and done some marketing this week. And then hopefully...
I always find it funny that you call it marketing.
Yeah.
Is that...
going to market. I've been to several places.
Is that in part of your lingo? That's what you'd say to another farmer? And another farmer?
I'd say I'm going to market. I've been to market.
Okay. It's just you say marketing.
I just say... Well, I mean, it's just easier if people know, I'm marketing my lamb. So I'm going to...
Yeah.
Took some to the abattoir and I've took some to the market. And we're going to send some store cattle next week. So it's been very busy. We've had two
Lots of good buys then, I suppose, as well. Lots of good buys.
Lots of good buys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, lots of good buys. But, the workload is at maximum.
You're at maximum capacity.
There's so much feeding and littering and, so it's full on. And where am I going to put all the lambs? I've got to get another 80 doubles in and I've got to shift and I've still got a load of work to do. It's looking at me. I can see it from where I'm sat.
Yeah.
Move some bales, get some sheep in.
You've got a nice big barn down here though.
Yeah, I love my barn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like my barn.
And so is the plan to have the lambs or the sheep down here?
So we're going to lamb at hedgerows and then as they lamb, all the singles will go straight out and then the doubles will stay in for a couple of days and then they'll go out to Roundhill.
Sure. Singles go out because they're a bit stronger.
Yeah, because singles are, even for the younger sheep, they'll look after one. Well, they'll probably look after two, but it's safer.
Yeah.
You can put them out because we have a lot of foxes at Roundhill. We're right next to that big wood, so.
Yeah.
Although we do have a pest control officer that helps the...
How do you get them... Because you're not going down the road with the...
No, we've got a transport box. So I have a little thing on the back of the tractor. It's called a transport box.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. It just goes on the 3-point linkage. Got a little door and it's like a little container. And so you can get 2 ewes in and however many lambs. But I have got an old rickety Ivor Williams trailer that Dad bought me, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. I can't remember. I know it was one of my favourite presents. Got a gold star for that. But we're going to section that into 4 so we can just get the Renault on and just take it up. Awesome. It's quite nice for loading. It's also quite nice if you have a lot of lambs one night and you think, oh my God, I haven't got any more pens. Yeah. You'll just have the trailer with the back down and then you can... You've just got a couple of places in there as well. Because, when they're at maximum lambing, it's like there's only so many pens we have got.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, it gets a bit crazy.
And so they're all going to lamb in here?
Yeah.
So will we have them behind us here?
Yes, probably. Well, we got 2 lots of doubles sort of over the bales, but yeah.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
And they'll be your earlier ones, and you know that
and that's
the
the
scanning.
faves. Yeah, right. That's the faves that we put with Rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So they're a bit slow, but there's going to be one big...
The floodgates are about to open. Oh my goodness.
But we don't mind. We're ready. No, we're not ready. I'm lying.
Yeah.
I haven't even got... I did think I ought to make another pen. I've got the hurdles ready, and but no, I'm not ready. Not completely ready, so...
I don't know if you can be. You just have to react,
I think you just go with the flow.
That's it.
Yeah. But I do usually
Imagine trying to plan it to the nth degree, though. It'd be a nightmare, because you'd be disappointed all over the show.
It's mental. But it's good. It's nice when they start getting going. and and you also have a bit of self-doubt before you start. You know, have I done it? Or is it? Oh. So I want to get going now.
Are we through that stage then? You're through the self-doubt?
A bit.
Not quite.
I was a bit wobbly. I've been a bit wobbly, but I'm feeling better now. So.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been doing it for so long. You would have thought.
I don't care how many years you've been
yeah.
doing it. Everybody gets the wobbles.
Mm.
Everybody gets and you think 1 year is so much different to the next year. You never know what you never know what you're gonna get. Yeah, and it's always different. So the seasons are different. The weather is different. It's been wet. So some people have bought their ewes in. Ewes have been in for a long time, which is not necessarily the nicest. But you have to do these things if they're in bogs and stuff. So I mean, mine are paddling there, but it was so lovely at the weekend, wasn't it? Didn't it all make us feel better?
Wow.
Oh crikey! The sun was out.
Yeah.
The mud is drying, so we're all getting really excited.
It was amazing. We had such lovely weather. I read a really funny thing, and it said, "Don't be fooled by fake spring, because there's a second winter that's about to come."
What they call it is March many weathers.
Oh.
Yeah. And so we always, you get all sorts in March. You can get, and then we also have to have daffy snow in April. So we always have a little scattering of snow in early April as well. So, you can get everything in March. It can blow at every angle and can do anything.
Yeah.
But when that wind, like on the weekend, that lovely wind that was blowing in, and all the mud was, it's like, this is bliss.
Well, you could have worn a T-shirt, I think.
The sun was very warm, wasn't it? If you stood, the wind was chilly, but the sun, when you stood in certain, and I love to see me cows, and even I've got some cockerels at Roundhill, and they just stood in this little ray of sunlight. They know where to stand at certain, the cats and the cows are all out, and they're all just getting that little bit of sun, just laying there. But the cockerels in one of my sheds, there's holes in the roofs and in the sides, but there's this little bit of sunlight coming in, and they're basking.
How are they doing, the poor chickens and everything? Are they doing all right?
The geese, I've had them in a stable. They've been in there so long, so I do let them out for a fly pass. They go and have a little flap on because it's not good for their health.
Yeah.
And they need to go and have a stretch.
Yeah.
Edward is like, oh my God, get me out of here. And I thought, so they go and have a little stretch every day, but it's just, it's not good.
And how's the lambing going? Have you officially started lambing?
I've got 2 doubles.
2 doubles. That's funny.
Oh, and I did have a disaster at the weekend, but I won't tell you about that. But I had a prolapse, and then I went to put the harness on. By the time I got here to get the harness, went back up there, she decided she was going to go in the hedge. So she'd ripped it, and so I had to have her shot. So that's the joys of lambing. It's one of those, I don't believe you've done that.
What, she ran into the hedge?
I put her with half a dozen ewes, and they were in the top end of the costa, in the nice lane area. And then she went in there, and then when I got back, I'd got a bowel hanging out. I was like, lovely, 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 but that is livestock and dead stock.
Yes. I feel like that's going to be that's not a very nice catchphrase for the show, is it?
Sorry.
No, I'm
not going to... I was just like,
Mum, you've got to say that. I'm only kidding.
I don't believe you've done that.
Yeah.
It wasn't like she was on her own. I just couldn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to Danny, who comes and helps me out, I was like, I just don't believe it. So then he came over and he wanted to get, obviously, but he was so can I say thank you to Danny about coming over and putting her out of her misery, because it was just horrible. So
yeah.
But that's it. We move on. You move on and get on with it. That's it. That was Saturday, and that's it. Get on with it. But it's just like, I can't believe that. But they're out and about. It should have been in the shed.
Does that sort of thing happen more at the start, or
no?
Because I feel like once you get in the flow,
once.
Or is that just because you just have so much on?
I just went there on Saturday, and it wasn't even. Sometimes it was only not badly out either. So it's like, I've got these most fantastic harnesses that I've talked about before, which are just amazing. So literally chuck that in the back of the truck. I said to B, will you just come and give us a hand? And when I got up there, I thought, you stupid thing. It's just so annoying. I've not had that for ages and ages, but I don't know, 8 or 10 years ago I had one, and she was reversing into the barbed wire fence, and that was it was just like, yeah, it's just horrible. So, but it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. But that's what you get. And you think, you silly girl, what do you want to do that for? But no, they're all looking really good. The ewes are looking fat and healthy and
good.
Big.
Speaking of big, there's Tommy behind.
Yeah,
not
he's
really
looking big.
behind. He's sort of that direction, and he's looking big.
He's looking big.
Yeah.
He's looking real big. Yeah. He's really lovely, so friendly, and you can't go past him. It's like go and give him a rub, or he loves a scratch.
Yeah.
Oh, he's such a character.
Hello. I thought I'd interrupt the broadcast just briefly and say hello to Mr. Tommy down here. Hey Tommy, look at the size of you. You're fantastic. No, you can't eat my shoe, I'm afraid. Let's get a size. What do you have to say, Tommy? Oh no, don't eat that. Oh. Ow. Literally trying to chew through the cable. Oh, that's nice. I remember that air tag all too well. All too well. You are so big and strong. Well done, Tommy.
I mean, I said I was going to get friends for him, but we're his friends, so it's sort of quite humanises. He's a lovely boy though, really nice boy.
Yeah, he's really nice. Also, you did try and get friends, but it became difficult, didn't it?
Well, I might just get him a girl. He might just get a friend. I'm gonna.
Well, it's hard because he was a certain age where that was probably my fault.
I really need to read up on my pig books as well. I mean, I might get him a couple of boyfriends, and so they can go, because I want to put him out.
They won't fight then, the boys.
I'm not sure. I'd have to have them castrated, or I'm not sure. I need to talk to my pig friend.
Wow. You can also ask a question to the people who watch, because there's some amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some amazing advice and different things.
Yeah, and that's what is so lovely. And we all need advice, even if you've been doing it so many years. Like I was watching the other week, that lovely girl on the telly, her and her husband and their little boy Lenny. She was lambing, and what she does when she was literally grappling this sheep to the ground, but the first thing she did was put the coat over its head. I've never seen that ever.
Right.
It calms them down, apparently. I've never seen that. That was really, really interesting what she was explaining. Wow. Yeah, it just sort of calms them down, apparently. And then she was doing it. It must be a northern thing. I've never seen that before, so that was interesting.
How cool.
I've never done that. Perhaps that just sort of, I don't know, it just calms them down somehow. So that was good. The wax jacket went straight on the head, and off she went and got the lambs out. It's like, wow. That was awesome. But you don't stop learning.
A few questions you've had, weirdly, is about your trousers.
Oh, these are really good. You've got to go to a farmer's store.
Yeah.
Don't go to outdoors. Go outdoors. You've got to go to a farmer's store. These are really tough.
Yeah.
And you go to are they neoprene route, or they last me forever.
Right.
They're fantastic things. But
they're
go
just
to a farmer's
waterproof.
Store. They're just
trousers.
waterproof trousers, and they're tough. I mean, not with bushes or things, but oh my goodness, I wash these. Well, sometimes every day, depends what I've been in. I mean, I haven't washed them for a few days, but once a week they're usually washed.
Yeah.
And I leave them on the wellies, and they're I don't know what I'd do without them actually.
Yeah.
I mean, you just get covered in all sorts of bodily fluids.
Yeah.
It's like, it's grim.
Yeah.
And hose them down, or get the power washer out when you're doing the trailer. Just give you trousers.
I bet they're quite warm as well, because they're not breathable at all. They're just just totally.
I mean, a lot of people, these are sort of elasticated waist ones, but a lot of people wear chaps. You can get these. So
okay, yeah.
Like for you boys.
Yeah.
And girls wear them as well. Usually Dad gets some Noromectin Wormer trousers, They like, if you buy so many litres of Wormer, you get a free pair. Oh dear.
The perks.
Perks.
Really get spoiled.
Yeah, I do get spoiled, yeah.
Wow. And everything else going okay?
Yep, we're all tickety-boo. It's just full on going to market. That's and driving. Do quite a lot of driving, but yeah.
The master of driving.
Yeah, we're all good.
So, why is this time of year you're going to market?
Going to market because I had some coal ewes, Roo. So when we had the scanning,
Yeah.
I had about 6 ewes that weren't in lamb,
Yeah.
and then I had a few lambs. I call them hoggets this time of the year, but
Right.
we had a few of them ready as well. So it's like, right, the trade is amazing at the minute.
Yeah.
So let's get them in, and
It's
then
like
they
a
said,
stock market, isn't it?
yeah, and it could plummet really. We don't know what. It really is unsustainable as well at the minute. It really, I mean, it's good. I mean, the cattle trade is good and the sheep trade is good. I don't really understand why and what, but if the trade's good, then we all go and lots of people are having their ewe lamb scanned, and some of those ewe lambs, I won't be taking mine, but a lot of people will say, right, if it's empty and it's not producing a lamb, it can go to market, you get some money.
Yeah.
It can pay some bills. We've got feed bills at the minute. Lots of people are lambing, so.
Well, I suppose
on.
if that the other alternative to that, not going to market, is then feeding it for a whole another year.
Yeah, you've got to keep it another year.
Yeah.
And so you're saving grass for your new crop of lambs. And you can get some, yeah. So, I've got some, as I say, the coals, and they've been eating because I haven't sort of brought them out from the other, so they've all been eating, pre-lambing food. So they all look fit and well. So off they went.
And when we talk about sort of the lambing and how difficult it is, how do you justify that in, every year you have the same sense of, God, this is really tough, I've got so much work to do, and how do you justify that feeling in your head year on year to keep doing it year on year?
I didn't really understand what you just said then, but
why do you keep lambing every year when it's so hard?
Because I love it. The joy of seeing the birthing down and improving your stock, seeing what the lambs are looking like, seeing what the thaves, what they're producing for the first time. It just gives me so much pleasure. That's the reason I do farming. I love the calves and the miracle of birth. And to see the lambs and the quality of the lambs, or to see the new calves we're going to have Aubrey's calves soon, hopefully, all being well. So to see the offspring, to see what they're like, it just fills me with joy. It's bittersweet at times because you've got the bad and the good, but it's to see those little lambs, the first dove, I felt so elated. It was pathetic, but it just fills you with joy because you think, what a clever girl, and look at those lovely little lambs. It's just the best thing about this job. Yeah, the new life and the circle of life.
I love that when you're in it, you can still think like that.
Oh God, yeah. Oh my goodness. And
because I know from my experience doing things, I remember things with rose-tinted glasses, and that's why, looking in it, there could be a case for you that you just sort of, every year you forget how hard it was, and you go, yeah, but I liked it, and then you could do it again, and because there's moments.
I mean, it is. There's good days and there's bad days. It's the frustration because you're not Superwoman. I'm not Superwoman anymore, so it does get harder. I'm not lying. And now when you got bloody 70 kilo or more of you running at you and won't lay down or stand still so I could just pull that lamb out, and you're going around the pen, and it's not exactly fun at times, but you soon forget that, or you got to go to the vet or something horrible has happened. It's not always lovely, but the good parts far outweigh those little, those bad bits, those frustrating bits, those, the lack of sleep. That's the sleep deprivation. Or you'll go up and then you've got one lay dead when you go, it's that really gets on. But you can't sit with them all the time. I'll absolutely stink. I stink as it is with sheep wise, but it's just, you can't sit here all the time. You've got to feed yourself at some point.
I have to say, sheep, I think I've said it before, but my least favourite smell. And sheep, you can't get rid of the smell.
No, it's
because
pretty,
it's, yeah, I always say actually.
yeah, the wool and stuff.
Waxy,
Yeah.
horrible smell that you can't even wash off. Yeah, and it sticks with you for a few
it's
days.
joyous. It's a joyous time, and it's a lovely time. And it's this time of the year. It's a time when the days are getting longer, the weather is improving, and you see them out in the fields.
I feel so much excitement at this time of year because you're getting out.
And then you're thinking, oh my goodness. And when the wind starts blowing and the ground starts drying up, you're thinking, oh my God, it won't be long now. We're at the back end of the winter. Well, are we March now? You know, we usually think the 1st of May. Hopefully, you think I might just be able to scrape it fodder-wise and straw-wise. And you're excited about hopefully all the lambs you're going to get, and hopefully all my calves I'm going to get.
Yeah.
And we just keep everything crossed.
And probably a bad time to ask, but Adam, our friend in Australia, is asking where are the goats.
Look, Adam. The thing is, no, I actually would, but I think they're high maintenance, aren't they? But I might have to. I do love goats, and I mean that. You know, if I could have a couple of Barbaras.
I've never hung out with some goats. I'd quite like you to get some goats.
And they're very lucrative as well, let me tell you that.
Are they?
Yeah. Very, very good thing to be in, goats. Because
do you have an answer to my question about you know, how many people this farm can feed?
No, but can I do it next week? I will.
No, yeah, it's fine.
I will do it next week.
I saw a sign. It was a really cool sign that they put out in. I'll try and find it and put it over my face now. In some of the states in America, they had these signs, and it said, "This farm feeds 145 people." And as people, you know, each farm feeds this, and it was just a sort of a public message about what that land or what that is doing. And I was like, that's so cool.
That's good, isn't it?
Isn't that nice?
Well, I thought it was a good question. A real good question.
Well, these are really old signs. They've been there for 20 years.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
It's going to be awkward because I'm going to have to put the sign up and it's going to say something completely different to what I just said. But yeah, I'll let you get on because I can feel you sort of...
I am getting a bit edgy because I got a bit of feeding to do, and every day I've got a list of jobs. It's usually 2 or 3, and I try not to put too many down on the list because I get very frustrated if I don't get my list done.
Yes.
And I have to be realistic, but the mind is really busy, but the body by about 4 or 5 o'clock is knackered.
Yes. I had this same realization recently, okay? And what I thought why I do it to myself is because I base every day's list on my best day ever. My best ever performance as someone who's doing a job. I base it, I'm going, well, I did all that in one day once, so I could do that again. And it doesn't work out like that.
I mean, 1 or 2 things. That's what I think now. Yeah. 1 or 2 things. Anyhow, girls and boys, my love goes out to you all, and take care and keep safe. And the wind is blowing. Yeah? Bye.
Thanks, Mum. Thanks.